Hey guys, I am doing part two of my How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way series. Um, I'm trying to get used to drawing on a digital tablet. So I was going to record myself doing it. Well, allow you to see me as I'm drawing. But I feel a little more confident not showing my face right now. So I don't want to get in trouble for copyright laws. I'm going to explain what I've done so far because I already started. So, chapter 3 is perspective. And in the last video, I did form. And using the three basic shapes, the sphere, the cylinder, and the cube, we're able to make our drawings look more realistic. And I'm still practicing, I'm still getting better, I'm improving all the time, and hopefully you guys are too. So now perspective allows us to basically put our shapes and our forms so that it looks more like everything goes together. So perspective brings everything together. And the first thing that we need to learn is that there is a line called the horizon line. So if you look at A, which is our cube, right now you can see all the sides. You can see this side of the cube, the right side of the cube, and the top side of the cube. So technically speaking, this is actually, we're seeing it from above because we can't see anything below. So this is what will be called bird's eye view. But that's further down the lesson. In B, this is us looking at the cube head on. So looking at it head on, we can still see bits of the top. So this is still, to me, bird's eye view. Now in C, we can see that the top of the cube converges, if we were to draw the lines further, to this line. And this line right here is what we call the horizon line. So basically when people look at your art, you want to direct them to what you want them to see. And usually using the horizon line is the way to do it. And you do it in a way where they're not going to actually see the line. It's just the way that you put your forms and your shapes together. It leads them to look at that natural horizon line. So when the lines all converge to one point, it's called one point perspective. Here we have 2 point perspective. This is basically what we saw here on A. Both sides are going to the same line but at different points. And when we do that, it creates a bird's eye view because now we can see everything above. We can't see anything below. If we were to move our cube, oh, it's because it's below the horizon line. And that's how we get most of our bird eye views, perspectives. Now, let's say we want to move the cube and really put it head on. You would put that cube right here, the top, leads down, the bottom leads up, and they both meet at the horizon line. So all you should be seeing, you should not be seeing the top, you should not be seeing the bottom. You should only be seeing the two sides. And when we look at it from above, it's just the opposite of the top. You place the cube above the horizon line, and the lines all lead to that horizon line. So now I'm practicing. I was gonna play music, but I usually use YouTube, and I got in trouble for a copyright infringement. I don't know if I really got in trouble. I don't have a strike. It was just them letting me know that, hey, this is copyright material. So I'm sorry if this is going to be boring. um, so yeah, so now we're gonna study 1-point perspective. So I already created my horizon line, and I made my first building. So I'm gonna use red for my drawings, and I'm gonna use blue for to show my perspective lines. So this is already a little off because right here, why? So you see my blue line to show you perspective meets there. But if I was to continue drawing this, it really doesn't meet, and that's probably really off too. Really doesn't meet where it's supposed to. So this is my point that everything is supposed to kind of line up with it. So my building really needs to be that tall. So, and I'm just going to do like a quick sketch. I'm not going to be too detailed. I just want to make sure that as I'm explaining this, that it makes sense to you guys and to me. And feel free to help me out with some tips. You know, I've been drawing for years, but I know I don't consider myself a professional artist. I consider myself more of a professional designer. But I'm really trying to get back into drawing because I learned back when I was an animation student that I do like drawing, but I just don't have. I don't personally. I don't think I have the skills to do animation, and the um the industry is really hectic. I don't do well with deadlines, basically. Um, like reports and stuff, I can do. I don't know. Maybe I'll explore it as I get more confidence with my art. So there's one building, and that. So if we were going to create more buildings, I'll choose this yellow. Like if I was saying that there's a building before this one, this means we wouldn't be able to see the red side, right? Everything's supposed to lead to this point. So I'm gonna say like right about there. I'm gonna use Photoshop to cheat a little bit with my lines. So if you hold shift while you're drawing, your lines, you'll have a perfect line going vertical, up and down, or horizontally. Oops. Control Z. So you put your stylus down as if you're getting ready to make your mark, hold shift, and you get your perfect line. So again, blue line dictates where this would be. Hold shift, draw down, and I'm a little off. So I'm going to bring that down some. Bam, hold shift, bam, and I'll erase. Now, I'm trying to get used to making my mark, holding shift, and then pressing down really hard at this point so that it makes a line. So now we have two buildings. But like we discussed before, you wouldn't see the red. No red. No black either. So already you can see that there's two buildings, and like if I was going to draw windows, it's the same principle. The windows, and like I said, I need, so this side should always be larger because the further away you go from the horizon line, the bigger the image is, and the closer you get to it, the smaller it should be getting. So right here, this looks like it's equal size. So I'm going to increase. And like I said, this is just supposed to be a sketch, not supposed to be too detailed. Just enough so that I get used to working in perspective more. So there we go. And basically, and that's a little off too. So like I said, this is all about practicing and just getting used to perspective. Right here is where one of my window panes should, the top should be that way, and this should go that way. Yeah. And the ones at the bottom. So I'm still getting used to drawing without looking at the tablet, because really there's no other way to do so. If there is, then I think you're amazing. So I'm just getting used to the pressure sensitivity, and I'm gonna have to watch more videos on how to get it set up so that it still feels a little natural. I mean, I'm used to painting with my tablet. Drawing is a whole nother animal, but I want to do. I save money with my tablet by not having to go like the paper size that I'm using for this is 10 by 15. It's just the, or was the comic book standard for the Bristol board, and now I can do it on my tablet without having to spend all that money. I just got to make sure I keep my tablet and my stylus together, and my computer is charged. And oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, it has something to do with my hands, I guess. So again, this is all exploratory. I am by no means. I am going to school for my art teaching certification, but as far as teaching this to like professionals, I wouldn't um, say that. This is really for me so that I can see my growth, but hopefully it helps somebody else out, because that's how we all learn, right? And hopefully, if you do leave comments, hopefully you're not too tough. I mean, I kind of have thick skin, but there's no need to be rude and all that kind of stuff, I feel like. And I know it's hard because I know I'm one of those people, like when I see rappers who can't rap, and I mean legitimately can't rap, um, I sit there and say, why are they wasting their time? But then at the end of the day, when I really think about them, I'm like, man, they're brave because they're still going out and doing what they want. And they're doing what makes them happy, and drawing and writing and designing makes me happy. So one point perspective, everything converges on online. How can it, yay. So if I was drawing something on the opposite side, like if this building was exactly, ooh, see, like that's, like if I was drawing with paper, I would be using a ruler. Ah, there we go. And up. So yeah, it's not going to be the same size. But you get the general idea. You want everything to lead to that point. So let's say that I want to see some of this building, and maybe this building is further back. I can make another line so that it stays but we also want to make sure that so I want to say that it's further back but still on the same line as this building, just further back. So right here is where, yep, see, and my lines are coming in really thin. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with pressure sensitivity. Like I said, I want this building to be back. So now I can use my shape. So let's say I'm on a trash can right here. And I'm so sorry I'm using the wrong colors. That should be an easy fix. So I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna put a trash can here. So a trash can is really, it's basically a cylinder, right? So if I was gonna put that here, it would be head on, but because I'm putting it here, we're going to be looking at it more so from, so the horizon line is here. That means we're looking above it. So that means I know to make bring it down, curve it that way. And that's the inside. And see, even this, going back to my blue, it all leads back. And the harder I press the dot, everything leads back to it. And now with the rest, since I have basically what my lines are, we can now say, I'm gonna just see, do what I see. Ooh! Sorry, you're gonna hear me get amazed by things. So this is the roof of a building. maybe it should go down and then straight up. So that's a building there. You know that this is a building. A little chimney that needs to go down. So if I want to get rid of that black line just so that I can show you so I go to color range, pick that black line, hold up, I think I did that wrong. Gonna go to, actually, I might not even have to do all that. So I go to my magic wand, turn anti-alias off, turn it on. Yeah, never mind. I guess this is easier just to do color range. So I want to make sure that I'm only getting the black. Color range. Let's see grayscale. And that's not the grayscale. I just want the black line to be selected. I don't understand why. Usually when I do this, it works pretty well. Hmm. There we go. Alright, I'm good now. So if I was to get rid of the black line, so my windows are going to disappear too. Oh well, I meant for the blue lines to be selected too. But now I have a piece where everything's going to that one point. So, don't understand what happened to my layers. So let me go into my history. And figure out what happened. I don't remember merging them together. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I lost some stuff, but that's okay. Like I said, this was a good practice of one-point perspective. So now we're going to lock that layer, lock that layer. So 2 points perspective is next. And with that, you want to see more of the buildings themselves. So let me set that up real quick. Hold shift. Bam. So there's my horizon line. And you know what? I'm going to create a new layer. So this layer, I'll name horizon. Like I said, learn as you go, right? Now this is 2 point perspective, meaning that we're going to have 2 points. And yes. So I'm going to have blue for perspective, so that's going to be a point. And that's going to be a point. So let's say I'm drawing my first building, so I'll go to layer 2 right here. Choose one of my reds. And we're going to draw a square building. So I don't want to make it too huge. So again, 2 point perspective. If we want to do it head on, means my top and my bottom. If I want to do a bird's eye, meaning that I can see everything from the top, my buildings are all going to be below this line. If I want to see the building from bird's eye view, then my buildings are all going to be on top. So with this perspective, the first drawing, he's basically doing so again, we're just gonna make I'm just going to freehand draw it. It's not in a code. Books. Let me just flatten you out. Win-win. Alright, so let's see here. It looks like a little high. And I guess one of the things I have to remind myself is that they don't have to go perfectly to this point. They're all supposed to be leading to this point. So let me go back to my horizon. And like I said, I know that's where. Whoa! Right there. Go shift. No, that's a little thicker than what I really wanted. Let me bring that down. Shift. Going to make a hard mark. There we go. Mark. Hold shift. And press hard. There we go. So now when I go to draw my first building, so it looks like this top part and then a little and I want to give you the illusion that it's headed that way, but we're going to stop and say that the building stops there. So we're going to stop there. There's a building right there. This means it's going to be on the same plane. Digitally drawing is really weird because I feel like my marks would be a little better even without a ruler if I was doing it freehand on paper. But that actually looks pretty good. So that's building 2. Looks like building 3. Let me decrease my line. That's another trick I learned over the years is that the thicker lines means that they're close up, and the thinner lines kind of make you think that they're more in the background. Oh! If I was driving, drawing a car, you would see it's below the horizon line, which means you will be seeing the top. The top. See, that's going there. That's going there. So there's the roof of the car. Technically, I think that's supposed to go there. Try to draw in shapes, a whole bunch of cubes. I guess this would technically be a trapeze, which is formed from a cube. Like I said, this is, I think I would be doing a lot better if I was doing this on paper. So this is a good example of how this side is larger than this side because of perspective. Actually, it's not coming out too bad. Cars are something that I need to improve on drawing in a way. Again, making this a little larger here, a little tinier in the back. And let's draw the two buildings that are over here. So this building is tall, but it's on the same line. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Alright. So now the way they have it is that their buildings are actually, so I'm going to draw that second building right here. It's supposed to be taller than this one. And they really are next to each other. Give it a chimney. This is actually pretty fun. I remember being a kid and trying to learn this from. I had How to Draw the Marble Way on DVD. I mean, on a computer disc. And even when my mom bought me the printed book, I was so excited for both. But once I got the perspective, I was just like, I was lost. And I felt dumb because my drawings, which still aren't coming out how I want them to. But recently, like in my digital paintings, I've been using perspective for the drawing, for the backgrounds, and I feel like, man, they look awesome when I start to use perspective. And like, let me show you real quick. So one of the one of the drawings that I did was one of my original characters, Jasmine, who my book series is called Favorite Aries, but I have turned it into a whole universe now to include my other three book series. And I was hoping to bring her right up. And I was actually inspired by one of Keenan. How do you pronounce your name, Keenan? The Kinko Show. He did a video. Yeah, I bet you I won't be able to find it. He did a video on posing multiple characters, where you're supposed to translate a drawing that you like.
I just created a Wix website for my business.
3, 2,
Let's go to Wix.com.
1. Where you're supposed to take a picture that you like, change the perspective on it.
Let's start drawing in things like major things like that.
So when I went to go do my Jasmine piece,
that looks great. I'm actually really
it is Keenan Lafferty, the Kinko Show.
That's how you do it, ladies.
He inspired me. He inspires me a lot. I've watched a lot of his videos, and I forgot what I was doing. Oh, do I have her posted here? I should just go to. There we go. My media. A little bit of a tangent. And right, so this is a shirt that I made. Oh, can't get a. Alright, yep. DeviantArt. Don't know why I didn't just do that from the jump. I guess I could have went to my Instagram too. So I am on DeviantArt. I don't post as much as I should, and I guess it shows because recently when I put stuff up, I'm only getting like 5 views. Before I was averaging at least 8, especially for pieces that were really nice. Oh, don't tell me I don't have it on here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this was my drawing, and I took it from. I translated it into my own. Well, I didn't really translate, because it's still the same perspective. But I wanted to practice the perspective. So I translated by changing pose. So I hope the artist doesn't take. Hold on a second. Let me save these. That's awesome. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave this up. This artist here is amazing too. Rika. I actually painted this on my DeviantArt, and it's one of my biggest, one of my more popular pieces. So here, right here, I don't know who the artist is. I guess that's their name there. So I like the perspective, and it took me a while to relearn the perspective terms, but this is a worm's eye view. This means our eye line is actually down here, and we're seeing everything above. Now, if it was bird eye, we would be seeing more of her head from the top. we'll probably be seeing her chest area. Might not really see too much of her thighs, and we will see her feet more. And the fire will be, we will see the top of the fire as opposed to the fire coming down. So again, this was Worm's Eye View, and I really liked it. So then I basically, I don't know, can I do that comparison? Really don't want to compare. But as you see, I took the pose, and it was also part of my character design um, practice, because I'm still trying to figure out the costumes for everybody in the Angel Protocol series. So you can see it's similar but different. Jasmine's holding her sword. She's in a waterfall type of background, and I'd rather look at one in the finished. So, and that's my finished piece with all the painting. So, like I said, so my paintings made me want to do more perspective work, particularly this piece. So, whoever you are, I want to thank you. See, it looks like it says KD Sonic Art. Not sure if that's your name, but it doesn't link to anything else. But let's go back to, so yeah, so that's why I'm trying to get better with perspective drawing. And plus, if I'm going to be drawing my own pictures my um for my Reno, which is the Wasego term, Japanese term for Japanese light novel, I'm going to have to use perspective a little more. So I think I'm actually going to end it because my computer can only load so much. Um, Actually, let's see if I can do like a real quick. So I'm going to use, maybe I'll do 3-point perspective tomorrow. Should I do 3-point perspective tomorrow? One, two, yeah, I'm gonna do 3-point perspective tomorrow. So here's our 2-point perspective. And like I said, if we wanted to see more of it from the top, this whole scene will be below my horizon line. And we take away the horizon line. It looks, I actually like it. Yeah. Again, this is all part of me getting better with using my tablet. And I'm actually going to practice this on paper too, because I feel like the two coincide. So thank you for watching. If you want to support me, I'm going to include my Patreon in the link below. If you're watching this on Patreon, then if you want to follow the story of Favorite Aries Lust, go ahead and hit that $1 tier. I have $5, $10, and $20 tiers too, each with its own benefits. If you do $20, you get to become a character in the book. Um, Follow me on my Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. The links will be in the description below. And always remember, be terrific. See you guys later. Oh, wrong thing. QuickTime Player. Right, there you are.